This
13 years of
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, I have total 13 years of experience in IT industry, and in AEM I worked around 6 years, and I have been giving training since last 3 years. Until now, I trained something more than around 450 students. So in this training, we'll more focus on practicals and exercises. Okay, I'll not teach you as a trainer, rather I'll teach you as a developer. Okay, so yeah, right now I'm working in one of the largest IT company as AEM technical lead. So based on my experience, I'll teach you those things which are required to work in a project. Okay, so that at the end of the training, you will be able to directly work in any AEM project. Okay, and the training duration is almost 30 hours, and every day 1 hour. In every class, we'll discuss some concept, and based on that concept, we'll do some exercises. Okay, and all the exercises will be done by you only. I'll simply guide you how to do it. Okay, so that's about me and the training. Okay, so I guess I spoke to Amol already, right? Amol.
Hello.
Yeah, Amol, I guess I spoke to you already, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
So I have 5.8 years of experience in digital marketing, and I have 3 years of experience in AEM as authoring. Means I was creating websites with the help of AEM, and 3 years of experience in the Adobe campaign management.
Okay, campaign management.
Yes.
Yeah, Naren, just introduce yourself.
Yeah, this is Narendra. Actually, I am working as a AEM consultant in one of the company. Yes, around 6+ years of experience.
Okay, so what about your knowledge in Java? Do you have basic
Yeah,
knowledge of Java?
I have knowledge in core Java.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pratik.
Yeah, hi. So actually, I have around 5 to 6 years of experience, and I am basically right now working as a UI front-end developer. And recently, I got one of the assignment in AEM, so that's why I'm here. Yeah.
So Java.
Yeah, I was trained in Java in my initial days. So basically, yeah.
Okay. Shekhar.
Hi, this is Shekhar. I'm working for a company that implements AEM product, but it's a totally different product life cycle. It is called. I have a lot of experience in that. I want to expand my skills to the other areas of AEM. Coming to Java, I have the basic understanding of Java, but not a lot exposure to Java at this time.
Okay, and that is okay, I guess. So we start the. So let me share the course contents first. Give any time, just sharing the screen. So I'm not able to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Any
This
contents that we
conference
are
will
going
now
to
be
cover.
recorded.
Okay. So introduction we'll cover it today. Then installation, different consoles of AEM. So as AEM is a tool, so it provides different consoles. We'll discuss that. Then how to do the authoring and publishing. Then we'll discuss about architecture stack, exploring different page properties. We'll do Eclipse installation with AEM plugin. We'll create a project, create template, create page rendering component. We'll create a sample website structure. Discuss about basic sitely APIs. We'll open the pages in classic UI, touch UI, modularize the page rendering component, dynamically include HTML, then sling resolution, inheritance of components. We'll create dynamic navigation component. We'll use loggers, create training title component. We'll discuss about different types of dialogues, edit dialogues, create logo component. We'll discuss about agent dialogues. We'll discuss about foundation components, parses, side parses, and some foundation components like the breadcrumb. And we'll create complex components. Then internationalization, client libraries, OSGI bundles, workflow, custom workflow, Sling models, Sling servlet, query builder, dynamic template, content fragment, experience fragments, then content services, tagging. Okay, so we'll cover all those things in this course. Okay, any questions?
So Vishal, we're gonna cover more than one topic in a particular class, right?
Yes. Sometimes it is more than one, sometimes one.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start the introduction. So are you able to see my screen? I have opened ndtv.com.
Yes.
Okay. So before we start learning AEM, first we should know what is CMS, Content Management System. Okay, because AEM is a Java-based content management system. Okay. So content management system is a tool using which you can manage the content of your website dynamically. So what is content of a website? I opened ndtv.com. What is content here? So whatever you see on this page, everything is a content. This logo is a content. This image is a content. This title is a content. Text, this image, whatever you see on this page, everything is a content. Okay. To manage the content, managing the content means I'll be able to change, I'll be able to modify the content. Now you can see this title. I should be able to change this title. Instead of big story, I can make it something else. I'll be able to change this image. I'll be able to change the text. Okay, that is called managing the content. Okay, managing the content of your website dynamically. So what does it mean by dynamically? Dynamically means without restarting the server, I can change the content of your website. For example, whenever you want to open ndtv.com, you will find it up and running. But if you refresh this page in every 5 minutes, you will find some of the contents are getting changed frequently. The website is not getting down, but the contents are getting changed frequently. So how this is happening? This is possible because of content management system, content management tool. This website is created using a content management tool. Okay, so to manage the content of your website dynamically. the job of content management tools. So in market, there are a lot of tools, content management tools are there. For example, we have Tradian, Groundpeak, Drupal, WordPress, Sitecore. Okay, a lot of content management tools are there. But why everyone is preferring AEM? Why they are not going for Tradian, Drupal, and all? Okay. So there are some reasons. First reason, AEM or Adobe Experience Manager is a product of Adobe. Adobe is a very good brand in the market. All the customers is having trust on Adobe. That is the first reason. Second, Adobe is having a product called Adobe Marketing Cloud, AMC. In that product, there are 8 different tools. Okay, Adobe Experience Manager or AEM is one of the tools. Apart from AEM, we have Adobe Campaign, Adobe Target, Analytics, Audience Manager. Like this, there are 8 different tools. So Adobe sells Adobe Marketing Cloud. They won't sell Adobe Campaign or AEM individually. They will sell the product Adobe Marketing Cloud. When the customer buys Adobe Marketing Cloud, they will get all 8 different tools with that. So they will get it. What they will do with these 8 different tools? Are these tools are really helpful to them? Yes. How? Why the company wants to launch one website? Because they want to generate some revenue from the website, right? That's why they launch the website. This entity.com. It is a new website. Still, it is earning good revenue from this website. How? By showing some advertisements. There are other different things also there. So showing advertisement is one of the things. Okay. By showing ads, they can get some revenue from the companies, right? So to get some revenue, company will launch the website. To launch one revenue generating website, what all things are required? You will get everything in Adobe Marketing Cloud, AMC. Okay. For example, you want to show the ads ads on your screen. You develop your website using Adobe Experience Manager, okay, and you want to show the ads on your screen. So in Adobe Marketing Cloud, there is a tool called Adobe Campaign. So you can create the campaigns in that tool and show those campaign activities in AEM. Okay. So let's say I'll give another example. Let's say you open ndtv.com every day and you are very interested in sports news. You watch sports news. Next day, when you open ndtv.com, you will find the sports news as a priority on your page. Right? How it is possible? Because they have NDTV has captured your navigational activities. They have analyzed it. Based on that analysis, they are showing you the personalized content on your pages. Okay, so these activities can will bind the user with this website, so it will directly or indirectly generate some revenue for the company. So how you can achieve these things if you are developing your website in some other content management system? If you are developing using AEM, then you can get Adobe Campaign and Adobe Analytics and Adobe Target to achieve this functionality. Okay, if you are using Tradian or Groundpeak and you want to show the ads on your screen, how will do it? They don't have any tool for showing the ads. You have to buy some third-party tool from third-party vendor. You need to integrate that tool with Groundpeak. That integration will take a lot of time, effort, and cost. Okay, You want to integrate some campaign, analytics and target functionality. For that also you need to buy that tool from third-party vendors, and you have to integrate it. So it will be costly and it takes a lot of effort. So instead of doing that, if you are getting everything in one package, if you are getting the entire solution in one package, then why will go for other tools? Okay, that is the reason all the customers are preferring AEM to develop the website, because they will get the support of all 8 different tools inside Adobe Marketing Cloud. Okay, so sometime back I told you managing the content of your website. Who will manage the content? Content authors. Okay, they will create the website, they will create the pages of the website, they will change the content of the website, right? So for content authors, AEM provides a very friendly and flexible environment. Okay, so how? Let's say the content author wants to change the content of the page. How will he do it? Simply he has to open the page in a browser. There is a separate URL for that. He has to open the page in the browser. Let's say you want to change this image. You'll simply double click on the image. The widget will open. You'll drag and drop new image. Click OK. Image got changed. So in the page itself, you will be able to do the changes. You want to change this text. Double click on the text. Type the new text. Click OK. Text got changed. Okay. So AEM provides a very friendly and flexible environment for the content author. Let's say you are developing your website in 3DM. How will you change this image? As the author, you have to find some folder, some subfolder, some configuration file. There you have to do some changes. Then open the page and test it. Okay. So it is hectic, time taking for the content authors to change the content if it is some other content management system. That is the reason all the authors are preferring AEM. So business users are preferring, content authors are preferring. What about the developers? Developers like you and me. Okay. What is there for us? So they have provided a lot of things inbuilt out of the box. Okay. So even if they have created one sample website for us also. If I want to create my website, I can refer that how these things are done there. They have provided a lot of inbuilt templates and components. So from AEM itself, you'll get a lot of help. So as they are providing on sample website, you can refer that also. That will reduce your development effort. Okay. As well as it is very easy to learn AEM. Okay. That is the reason all the developers are also preparing. So if everyone is preparing, then definitely the tool will be in demand. So AEM is in demand in the market right now. That's why you are learning it. Okay. So any questions? Okay. Now we are going to different instances of AEM. So AEM has two instances, author and publish. So author instance is the instance where both the developer and content author will work. So content author is the person who will create the website and who will create the pages of your website. How the content author will create a page? To create a page in AEM, the author needs a template. From where he will get the template? The template will be created by the developer. Okay, once the developer develops the template, it will be available to the content authors to create the pages. Okay, now the content author created a page. The page is empty, blank. he wants to show some content on the pages. I will show the content on the pages. He needs components. From where he'll get the components? The developer will develop it. Okay. So the developer will develop the templates, components. Once he develops it, it is available. It will be available to the authors. Author can use the templates to create the pages and use the components to add content on the pages. So all these activities will happen in author instance. Development, authoring, both the things will happen in author instance. Okay. So once everything is authored, developed, it needs to be published into the publish instance. The publish instance is just like a container. Okay. It contains the latest content of your website. Whatever you want to show to the end user, it will be there in your publish instance. Okay. For example, this ndtv.com. Whatever you are seeing on this page, everything coming from publish instance. But all those things are developed in author instance. Okay. So in publish instance, the final content of your stable content of your website will be there. No one is allowed to do any changes. If you want to do some changes, it needs to be done in author instance. Then it needs to be published. Okay, so this is author instance, publish instance. What is the role of developer? What is the role of content author? Very clear?
So, Shekhar, a quick question
Yes,
about content author and publisher thing. As you open ndtv.com, there will be news feeds coming in every minute, in a relatively quick time. So you think that process, as NDTV itself, if we want to manage updates, are they going to automate the process, or the developers will be making the content changes behind the scene and publishing them on frequently?
Developers will not do the content changes. Content author will do the content changes. Okay. Content author will do content changes in author instance, and they may not publish it manually. There may be some jobs schedulers running in the backend which will publish everything in every 2 minutes, 1 minute, or half an hour, 5 minutes, something they have scheduled.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more question. So
Yes.
this, let's say that we have an instance. Is that instance sitting in somewhere in the web server, or is it managed outside the web server? Architectural wise, this is a question about architectural wise. How do you manage your instance? Is it in somewhere in like a web service?
Yeah. So Adobe Experience Manager has its own server. Okay. So when you install AEM author instance and you start it, the server will start. Okay. And all the functionality, all the consoles will be active by that time. Once the server is started.
My question is, okay, my question is, let's say we want to start svtrainings.com on AEM platform. So do you need a web service portal for that, or just you buy it?
No, only AEM is self-sufficient. It doesn't need any.
So you can operate. So you say you can operate your website right from your home, as long as you have all the setup.
Correct. But if you want dispatcher, you need Apache server for that. Okay. So I'm coming to dispatcher. Okay. So this is author instance and publish instance. Like the author instance and publish instance, there is one more tool called dispatcher. Okay. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. Okay, caching, load balancing, what does it mean? So you developed the website, published it. Now the end user want to see the website. He types ndtv.com or xyz.com. What happens in the backend? The dispatcher is called. When you type ndtv.com, it will hit the dispatcher. Then dispatcher will hit the publish and retrieve the content and show to the end user. And dispatcher will run on Apache server. It doesn't run on AEM server. Okay. So that dispatcher will retrieve all the content at a time. Let's say I open home page of ndtv.com. It will retrieve all the content of home page. It will show to the end user and it stores all the content in a temporary storage device. It may be your RAM, it may be your hard disk. Somewhere it will store all the contents. Let's say after 5 minutes, I refresh the page. What will happen? Again, the dispatcher will be called, and the dispatcher will go to the publish instance. And instead of retrieving all the contents, it will check what all contents are changed in the backend. Okay, it will retrieve only those contents, and the contents which are not changed, it will retrieve it from the temporary storage device where it's stored in the last. In this way, the page will load faster, and this process is called caching. Okay, and like caching, there is another process called load balancing. What is load balancing? I'll give you an example. Let's say Amazon.com. Okay, they are having thousands of users. Let's say they have author instance and publish instances, right? Let's say they have only one publish instance. In actual scenario, you can have one author instance, multiple publish instances. Okay, and every instance will have the same content. Let's say they have only one instance, publish instance, and 5,000 users trying to do some transaction in Amazon.com. What will happen? Lot of requests will be generated, lots of threads will be generated, and everything will hit the same publish instance. What will happen? The instance will become slow, very slow, or the instance will crash. To avoid that scenario, what they have to do, they can create multiple publish instances. Let's say they have created 20 publish instances now. All the instances will have the same content. Same 5,000 users trying to do transactions in Amazon.com. What will happen? First, when they type the URL, they will hit the dispatcher. Dispatcher will redirect first 200 users, 500 users to publish instance A, next 500 publish B, next 500 to publish C. It will distribute the load among different publish instances. This is called load balancing. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. It is actually a configuration. It's actually configuration maintained by admin. Okay, you have to write the rules. What are things you need to cache, and you have to write other rules for load balancing method. Okay, so between your publish and end user dispatcher. Any questions? Okay.
So to have multiple instances, do you
Yes.
need?
Yes.
Yeah, can you instantiate both? More than one instance from the same box, or is it going to be different boxes?
So in one server, you can have multiple instances also. In multiple boxes, you can maintain different multiple instances. It's different upon the the system where you are hosting.
So when you have multiple instances, how do they share the resources? Any content that that needs to be shared across.
Yes, all the instances will not run on same port number. Okay, so let's say I have 5 publish instances. Okay, I need to assign different port numbers to each instance, and every instance will have the same content. Okay.
Okay.
So that it can be easily manageable by the dispatcher. Okay.
Yep, got it.
Okay. So now we'll discuss about templates and components. So sometime back I told you the content author will create the website. For that he needs a template, right? What is template? And to show the content on your pages, the author needs a component. What is component? So observe this page. Okay, I open this page. Observe it carefully. So you have to see this website like a content management tool developer, not like an end user. So how? This is the website. What all things are there? Okay. So this is ndt.com. I have a header here. In header, I have a logo. I have a navigation bar. Then I have a search box. Then I have a left panel. In the left panel, I have some blocks of contents. I have a right panel. The right panel also blocks of contents. Then I have a body, and below that there will be a footer, right? So header, footer, left panel, right panel, and body. This is the layout of the page. Okay, or markup of the page. Okay, now I'll open one more page. Let's compare this page with the previous page. So what are things are there? Header is there, but the header is very narrow here. If you compare it with your previous page is having a broad header, black color background, and it is having a narrow header, white background. Logo is getting displayed below the header. There is no distinguished left panel here. The body is traced from left towards right, and there is a right panel. Okay, and there is a footer. So when you compare this page with the previous page, you will find both the pages are having different markups, different layouts, or you can say both the pages are created using 2 different templates. So templates are nothing, markups or layouts to create a page. Okay, now the developer will develop the template. Once he develops the template, there are placeholders in the template. There is a placeholder for header, footer, left panel, right panel, and body. And the content author will use that template
Hi.
to.
Yeah, can you please repeat that template tag again?
Sorry, template. What I need to repeat? What is template?
Yeah,
Right?
the thing that you explained just before it. Yeah.
So when you compare this page with the previous page, you will find both the pages are having different markups, right? Or you can say both the pages are created using 2 different templates. Okay, so templates are the markups or layouts to create the page. Templates are developed by the developers. Once template is developed, it will have placeholders. For header, there is a placeholder. For left panel, there is a placeholder. Right panel, body, footer, for everything there will be placeholder in the template. And when the author creates a page using that template, the page will be empty, only the placeholders will be there. And in those placeholders, he wants to show the contents. There will be placeholder for header. He wants to show the logo there. Logo there. So from where will get the logo? Logo is a component. It will be developed by the developer. Once it is developed, he can drag folder and he can author the logo and he can show the image, logo image on the screen. So components are nothing. Components are reusable functional blocks. This logo is a component. This image component. This title is a component. Text is a component. Okay. Header is a component. Footer is a component. So components are reusable functional blocks. Let's say this logo. Logo is a component. It should be reusable. I can use this logo component in this page as well as in 100 other pages, as well as in this page multiple times also. Okay, and it should have some functionality. What is the functionality of logo? If I click on it, it will take me to the home page of this website. Okay, so components are reusable and functional blocks, which can be used to add contents on your pages. Now, earlier we had placeholders. Now the components are developed. The image component developed, title component developed, text component developed. So once everything is developed by the developer, the author will drag and drop it on the page and will author the content. Okay. So using template, the author create the page. Using components, the author add the content on the pages. Any questions? Understood or not? Okay, fine. So this is the introduction class. So not take much time. So here we are going to wind it up, and the rest of the things you can contact with Srinivas. Okay, regarding if you want to enroll on next classes and all. Or if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, guys. So Srinivas can talk to you. Okay, or you can contact with Srinivas. Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you, Usual.
Yeah, thanks.
We saw one quick question.
Yeah,
We
please
have,
go ahead.
yeah, we have author and publisher instances. Where does QA play a role in between? How does it play?
You mean the tester, right? Q tester.
Right.
So AEM testing is different from other website testing. Okay, how? Let's say the developer develops the template. The QAs would understand what is a template and how to test it. Okay, it's not like website development, so that you can see the website. This text is not coming. This is not properly aligned. The alignment is not proper. When it clicks on it, it will take this page, but it is going to some other page. It is not like that. So it should be done at both the ends. From the developer, when the things got developed, the tester will test it, and when the website is authored, the tester will test it. Okay, so both the works will be tested by the tester. Okay, so to test these things in AEM, the tester should have some knowledge of authoring. Okay, also some knowledge of templates, components. Okay, all those things.
So you say, as we move between author and the publisher instances, there is no separate instance for the QA to approve changes.
No, there is no separate instance. Everything you will test in author instance. Okay.
Okay.
So once
so you make some changes. So I'm just asking, maybe out of the syllabus here. Now the question is about, to make sure I understood how the testing is performed. After we develop or make some changes, we assign, usually we roll that product into a QA environment, and then QA tests it and comes up with all the kind of, issues they find some. They log and we go fix them again. So that's the usual process. Now you say you make changes here, and you save the changes and ask someone to test it for you on the other instance.
Yes, I'll tell you. There are two types of testing. Okay, for the QA. First, he has to test all those things developed by the developer. Okay, that can be tested in your author instance. Okay, let's say developer developed one component. Okay, and the tester wants to test it, so he'll author that component in some of the pages in author instance, and he'll test it. If it is okay, then he'll go for it. Okay, this testing is for the developers. Okay, once everything is done, the author will use templates, components to author the content on your pages. Okay,
right.
Then everything is authored in author instance and published. Now again the tester has to test it. Okay, if everything is working fine and well. Now this testing is normal website testing. Okay, but the previous one is the specific to AEM.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay guys, so I am dropping. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Okay, thank you guys.